Hi everybody! How you doing? What's up everybody? Welcome to Tina Late After Dark. Sorry we're running a little late. We're here in California, Ontario, California.
We're home.
We're home, guys. We've been driving for, 10 hours? We're here for my cousin Sharon Toki's funeral. But we didn't want to leave you guys hanging, so we decided we'll go ahead and continue. But we wanted to start off with a little introduction. As you can see, we have our special guest in the building.
Yay! Woo-hoo.
Yeah!
The infamous Mele.
Miss Mele Vaenuku.
Let me take this off.
Oh dear,
Because it's bright pink and Mom's going to yell at me.
Well, it's bright pink and it's blinding everybody, but welcome, welcome. If you are new to the show, we are just a podcast that talks about pretty much everything under the sun, but we talk about things that in our Polynesian community are difficult things to talk about, but we also talk about things that are going on in the community. We talk about uplifting stories, and we just kind of talk about whatever's on our minds, really. But my name is Lei. This is my lovely wife, Tina.
Tina, hey.
We're the Tellas, and we are here in Ontario, California. We're going to do a little recap for you from last week's show. Oh,
Yeah?
yeah. Do you remember your 100 million questions from last week? Sheesh, if you guys are wondering, she's the one that's always putting up all the crazy questions, right? So a little bit of
I have
recap.
a question.
It's
This
her.
is Miss Question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's her.
And this time it's not about affairs. No more affairs.
Gina, whatever happened with your friend, the one that the husband was having an affair and she went to the hotel and beat up the mistress?
Yeah.
What happened?
They're not together. But, I mean, she still loves him. She loves him. I'm sure she goes over there to get some nookie. She can go do that, but she needs to leave him.
The nookie, guys.
Sometimes I guess you just need the nookie.
No nookie, not with that fool.
How about some cookie?
We don't like nookies. This is what we say. We say,
We exchange
I
saliva.
say, no exchange saliva. Waste your saliva on this guy already. If you have to run to the hotel, beat up his mistress.
I know, but it's a process, Lei.
Hey,
It's a
listen.
process.
I am
you
not.
can't just get up and not love. I mean, get over somebody.
You know what?
overnight.
I
You gotta get a little nookie, get hurt some more,
No.
get a little black eye, come back, and coming back for more.
Don't listen to her, guys.
What
Don't
is
listen to her.
abuse? They like abuse.
No.
Hi, Sione. Sione's on, and he says, Lua looks like Grandma.
She sure does. I tell her that all the time.
That's your Miss Luna.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
My little brother.
Johnny, when I cut my hair short, they called me Ofa Sulunga.
Yeah,
And
she
I
is.
don't care. I'm pretty. I'm beautiful like her.
That's right. And guys, we talked about it before with the all the family funerals that I've had in my family, and today is we're here to support my cousin Sharon. Her funeral is on Tuesday. Our nephew Solos is in Vallejo, California on Tuesday, and then my grandma Ofa's funerals in Hawaii on Friday. So we've got a lot of funerals this week, guys. We've talked about loss. We've talked about the different types of ways we get to show up, because in our Polynesian ways, we feel like we have to sometimes do the most, right?
Yeah.
But we said that just as long as we show up in different ways, it doesn't have to be a certain way, right?
Yeah, it doesn't always
Yeah.
have to look a certain way.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I'm grateful for is that, we get to be present one way or another for the celebration of each of these precious, my wife's and my sister-in-law's precious family members' lives, and we're grateful for the opportunity that we had to experience them for those many years that they were here on earth, and so I'm grateful to be here in my wife and my sister-in-law's hood. This is their stopping
We're
ground.
Cali. So yeah, guys. Again, we're not here on the best circumstances because we're putting a loved one to rest, a little sister of ours. But we do look forward to the family reunions. We're going to be seeing a lot of our family members, and we're excited for that.
Yes.
And so, let's see.
And with all that always comes drama,
Yeah.
Too many yapping and, you know, a lot of traditions that we all need to get rid of.
Seriously.
No, seriously. You know?
I think that, you know, when we talk about all these funerals, right, guys? We talk about how there's just so much things that are involved, and oftentimes we forget about the people that are mourning, you know, like the immediate family, and we feel like it needs to look a certain way, or we always have something to say, right? But it's not about that. It's about appreciating the life that they lived and remembering the ones that they're leaving behind, right? Keeping them close by, seeing how we can support, seeing how we can show up for them. And so we're grateful we get to be here.
So Sharon is Sharon's dad Solomon Toki, and my mom Talao are first cousins because their Leveni and Lolohea are brothers and sisters. So that's why we're here and stuff. And you know, we have our grandma's funeral on Friday in Hawaii, Toronto. So you know, I'm just saying, you know, a lot of times these traditions get in the way of that, and then it stresses people out. Yeah. And then I'm anxiety and I'm full of kakau, so I'm trying to calm myself down to be able to make it to all this, so I'm not freaking out at these funerals, you know. But I think it's really important for us to figure out what's good for our family and what's going to work for us. Huge families that can get together and do all this stuff, that's beautiful, and that's so nice when you see that, huh?
Yes, I love it.
But like smaller families and stuff, it's important for me just to show up. So I had to drag these two with me to come and make it here to say our kiss our Sharon one more time.
One more time. You know.
Oh, they didn't have to drag me.
Person.
I was like, oh, we're going to Cali? Okay, let's go.
Oh, it's a Toki thing. We going. Right on, Tina.
Nah, I love my in-laws, and yeah, it's always a great thing to be supportive and to, you know, just show up. And even though we don't have all the koloa in the world, but we do have all the love in the world.
Yeah,
so I think that's what's important, right?
Well, and I think sometimes people get koloa mixed up, right? Yeah. Koloa means, what is it, Gina? Like,
I don't know, the fine mats and all the...
No.
They're gifts.
They're gifts.
You know, they're bearing gifts.
Koloa is like
it's a beautiful thing.
It is, but sometimes people think it has to be the mats, right? But they'll say, there's a saying in the Tongan way, kolope okmau kei mo ui, meaning we're just grateful we're still alive, you know, and that we're here. That's the koloa, right? That's the gift, is that we are here to be able to celebrate little sister Sharon's life. Beautiful, beautiful soul. She's always so giving and so kind.
And so happy.
Always so happy.
Always so happy.
So soft-spoken.
She takes after her mom.
Yeah.
Because Solo was
Thank
like
Jesus
that.
she didn't take a lot of the Toki blood, because, you know, they are savages like her. but we are just so grateful to be able to be a part and be able to just be here and be present and show us, you know, and we are the boss.
We are the Koloas, yeah.
We are the Koloas, guys, you know. So, yes, honey.
Oh no, just shouting out, let's see, we got Javi is online.
Hi,
Thank
Javi.
you, Javi.
I love you, baby.
I love his
Tina,
voice.
thank you, cousin.
Hi,
My sister Tina and my sister Margaret.
Margaret.
Hi, guys. And Owen, hey,
Hi, brother. Yay.
and
Love you.
of course, brother Sione.
Yes.
So thank you guys all for joining.
Yes.
Please click like and share.
Right.
Share our live. I'm pretty sure that there's somebody out there that may be that will watch and will assist them or bless their lives as we talk our stuffs today.
Yes. So, Brother Saluna, Sienna, Johnny, if there's anything in there you ain't supposed to be hearing, cover your ears. Okay? Anywho, we are recapping some of the things we talked about last week. Sometimes we just go on a tangent about different things. We did last week, huh? We went on a tangent about Miss 10L.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
we went on tangent, which we shouldn't have, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. You know, people are in different places in their life, and she couldn't show up. But my only opinion was just that if we can't make it to something and people are depending and you made a commitment,
That's
and
different.
you can't make it, just say something.
Yeah.
You know, just not showing up and then saying, "Oops, my bad." Later, that's kind of just almost disrespectful. And so,
Yeah.
but either way, it's something we get to learn from, and we just encourage you to support each other. That's what we're here for, right?
Yes.
Like I said before, we are already a minority people in a foreign land. So we are small but mighty people, and therefore we get to show up for each other,
Yeah.
whatever that looks like. Right?
Oh, and big shout outs to K-Nova and
yes.
Tina and Roz. They
Yes.
put on a great show last night, and I saw and heard a lot of great things.
Did you? Dishonor.
She's got to answer her boo things phone call. It's okay.
On the podcast, Gina.
Taipei, everybody.
Love you,
She's
Rena.
for us.
Oh,
She's
and
for us.
Monalay's on now, guys.
Hi, Sissy.
Hi,
Go
Sissy.
go and get the podcast. You already know with which year we're going to be learning about a lot of stuff. But yes, shout out to, sorry, Roz, we weren't able to make it to the K-Nova concert. We went and supported the Voyage,
Yes.
the business entrepreneur thing for our people.
Oh, and that was awesome.
That
So,
was awesome. If you guys haven't been, it's every year. The Levi's throw it together. It's called the Voyage Project or something, but it's their way of bringing all of the Polynesian small businesses,
Together.
getting them out there. They even had like a Shark Tank thing.
yeah.
So
that's
there was
pretty
some,
cool.
some little businesses. They had to put in an application, kind of like they're going for a $10,000 like a grant, like a prize.
Did
so that
somebody
they
win
can-
it?
We don't know. We left before because Mikey had to go to work.
Yeah.
But we did win $100.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they were giving $50 every, what was it?
Every,
10,
like, 15 minutes or
something like that. Yeah. It was amazing, and it was just so great to see all the people that were out there. I was trying to go and support every single little business, but we were coming
We came
in
late.
We were coming in a little late, like we do to everything. But we were trying to just go. I love to go and support everybody's little thing.
Yeah.
And so, but it was a great turnout.
Wow.
Wonderful people. Those people that were finalists, the ones that wanted to win the grant, they had to get up there, and there was judges like that Shark Tank movie, and they had to present
There's stuff.
their business
Yeah.
and why they need the $10,000 to whatever expand
Excel in their business
in
or
their
whatever.
industry, whatever it was, and they had to get up and present individually. So that was cool to see. We got to learn about a couple of businesses we didn't even know that were out there. So shout out to the Levi's and all those that were involved in putting that together. It was a great turnout.
Yep.
Shout out to Cindy Satini and
Big Buddha!
with C&B Productions
And shout out to 4 Real Ladies.
4 Real Ladies.
And
One of them's right here.
Yeah.
And what's that? Everyday People, the Utah Pacifica chapter.
Right.
Sorry guys if we're a little delirious. We've been driving like freakazoids on the freeway, okay?
Yeah. So Tina, we couldn't bring you because we already left and we're here now. But I heard you guys' show was amazing last night with K-Nova. Our besties were there last night supporting. So great job, guys. Great job. And keep doing what you guys are doing.
Yes.
Keep bringing up those artists and supporting
Showcasing them.
everybody. And so
We love
great
it.
job. Love
We
you
love
guys.
it. But in case you missed out last week, this old crazy girl right here, she put in a question she was asking for a friend. Now your friends are questionable.
Yeah.
Okay, you had one that was having an affair, or another one was having an affair.
Yeah.
And then this other one, your friend was asking about how would you feel? Is it love if your partner or spouse came and asked you to be in an open relationship?
There's a lot of them that write us about that kind of stuff.
You know
It's
what?
like normal.
Okay. See,
Oh, there's a swingers club.
I can't even deal.
A Polynesian
Brother,
swingers.
close your ears.
But,
Okay.
but she was asking like, is that love? Because to her, she wants to please her husband. No, it
Next,
isn't
Tina.
love. Right?
No, I
No.
say hell to the no.
Yeah.
I say hell. What do you say? If Becky came and told you that.
Oh no. Yeah.
What?
I'll be in domestic violence classes again.
Did you hear that, guys?
Huh?
Again.
Again.
Okay, it's not the first time. This girl right here, a little bit nuts. But for us, for me and my wife,
Hell
we
to
say
the
hell
no.
to the no.
Yeah.
You know, it's your prerogative.
We ain't sharing.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
This right here is all mine.
All mine.
It's all mine.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
But I don't think that's
But
love.
no, she's a younger person too. So I think the age groups, we're mature. We've been married how many times, and all that stuff.
What?
But,
How many times?
but you know,
Correct, I've only been married once.
the younger generation, it's like, you know, I want to please him because I don't want my husband to leave me. You know, because then if not, he's gonna go do it to somebody else.
You know what?
You know,
I
that
say-
kind of stuff.
I
So-
say, let him go.
Yeah.
Or let her
He's
go.
watching porn. I think he's watching porn. I told her he's watching porn. You better check your computers and stuff. Because only men that watch porn like that kind of extraness, you know?
Yeah.
Because men, normal men, they go to work, come back, and this is just fine.
Sorry guys, that's
That
her
and
own
everything.
statistic from her own mind. That
I'm
this
just
guy is
saying.
watching porn.
No, they are. They're watching porn. Men that go out there and touch people, they're watching porn. It all goes back to watching porn.
Dear Jesus.
You know what? There's porn all over. And you don't
Yeah.
even have to go to the porn site. You just turn on the TV and
And it's there.
Okay, the what's that called? The detergent. I mean what's that called? What is that called? That you put up the Becca spray. How do you say that in English?
Deodorant.
Yes, the deodorant commercials.
Yes.
That's porn.
Yeah. The Avon magazines.
Tina
Yeah.
said, hell yeah. It is. Even the toothpaste one is porn. I mean,
Yeah.
you got somebody in there like
No,
in
no,
their little
A-
drawers.
No, the Avon, the little Avon books. Now they're showing bras and stuff, you know, little underwears.
Yeah,
and
see?
little boys go in the bathroom and they look at that. And you know, it starts from that.
It's true, guys. It is true.
Yes,
Guys,
I'm not talking from experience,
See,
but it's true.
now they don't send out the Avon books or those. Remember, Mom used to get the Montgomery Ward things, and they had all kinds of nasty stuff in there, like you know, bras and stuff, you know.
I mean, for normal people,
Yeah,
they're
but now
just
they have the
showing the
internet.
kind of,
Yeah, but little kids that don't know, they're curious. Oh yeah, wait, that's a boob. Okay, and they keep looking. They look at the underwear, you know, and then their minds run.
oh yeah, well, guys, I just gotta say, you know what? My sister has no filter, so just viewer discretion is advised. This is a disclaimer, okay? But how did we get into freaking porn? Anyways,
Because we're talking about this guy that wants to have extra activities in his marriage,
exactly.
you know. But it really, it does. It starts from porn.
Yeah,
One of the
just
guys
porn
told us
everywhere.
that. One
Yeah.
of the guys told us that. You know, he was touching his sister, this guy. And I'm not going to say what race.
What's the race?
No, I ain't saying that. So he started, but then he went and did some time for that, for his sister. He was touching his sister. But then, you know, when they did the casework, and they go, Alupe, he was watching porn with his cousins.
Yeah, it's
You know, and it was
from
Playboy.
something, right?
It's
stems
Playboy.
from something.
Yeah.
Not the Playboy. Okay, guys.
Because it was back then, you know, they didn't have like videos and like the iPhones or, you know, internet at that time. These were like little boys. They're maybe 2-3 years older than me. Yeah. Now I don't have Puno because of that.
Mona Lay and Tina
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
names.
Yeah.
Your viewers
Yeah.
want names.
Drop names.
No, that's not fair for them. But yeah, he told us. That's how it started. Then as his, you know, when he would always go in to do his interviews and, you know, his casework thing, it went down to where, yeah, him and all his cousins, when they get together, they're watching all the Playboy magazine. But where did you get that from? Oh yeah, one guy brought it because it was their dad's. They found it in the thing. Yeah.
This story sounds real familiar.
Does it?
I
Because it
think I
happens.
know. I think
It happens.
It was Sione.
It
was
was
Sione.
John Doe.
It was John that
It was
was
John
messing
Doe.
around on Mele, and Mele went over there to the hotel and beat up the mistress.
No,
That one?
but it's real though. You know,
Yeah,
most
it
of
is
these guys,
real.
and even if you hear some of the interviews and stuff on YouTube, it all boils down to porn. So that's why I told Mele, you know, Sienna is watching porn. You better
Gina,
check that.
So I'm going to
And
just,
Mele's very young.
what I'm going to agree with
What?
is that it does stem from something. It's not
Yeah.
always porn because they didn't have porn back in Toma back in the day, and that shit was going on back
Yeah,
then.
but they were watching. They were peeping Tom. They were,
Guys, I think she was creeping Tom. You just told on yourself.
They were
Wow,
Tom with
wow,
one
wow.
eyeball. Just one eyeball.
I'm so sorry.
So,
Please forgive my
If you guys, if
Oh
you
my
guys have that
gosh.
problem, stay away from kids. Perverts.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah, it really does start from this.
Now listen, I mean, like I said, I agree to a point where it stemmed from something. Yeah, you didn't just wake up yesterday, or wake up this morning and just say, "Hey, I want to go touch that girl."
Yeah.
Right. So maybe it's not porn, but maybe it's some inappropriate things. Maybe
That
they
they went
seen,
through.
or somebody, maybe they were a victim of inappropriate behavior, and so
Maybe they seen their parents do something crazy.
Hey, yeah.
that's
Someone
a
told us
possibility
that
as
too.
well.
Oh my
Yeah.
jeez.
What?
Read what Mona Lisa said.
Okay, Monolay said, but I seen a porn from Tonga recently. It was in the bush. For your information. Someone sent it to me.
See?
No way.
So there was
But
PP
see-
time over there.
No,
They
I
was.
mean, now they have videos. They have
What
cameras.
did they
Back
have?
in the days, they didn't have that. Back in the days, they didn't have that. They were watching the Hustle magazines and all those, Penthouse and all the Playboy.
How do you know the name?
Because they
of
were
the
all
thing?
on the
How does she know the name?
all
of the
on the shelves. Go ahead, 7-Eleven.
How do you know? Because you was over there peeping
No, I'm
Tom the
looking at it, and then they
magazine.
would, ma'am, this is mom. How?
I cannot even
I
deal
don't want
with
her to
you.
go pose in them things, but
I can't even deal with her right now.
So,
guys.
yeah.
In the paleo, for
You
real.
know what?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know where this conversation took a turn, but
because
since
we're talking about this man that wants inappropriate stuff.
I know, but we're talking about in a relationship, right? So you're talking about where it stems from. So we kind of just went left field a little bit, and we're going to where we feel like there's something. We said there's something missing in that individual.
Yeah.
If they feel like they aren't satisfied in their relationships, then instead of trying to figure that out right here, they go step out here or want to be in an open relationship or something
Yeah.
like that, right?
If you want to be in an open relationship, just
Don't
be
get married.
single.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I said.
Just be single.
Just get the hell out of the relationship. What you sitting over there saying, can we have an open relationship? Why don't you just open the door and get the hell on out?
Because they want to have their
No,
cake
but
and
some-
eat it too.
Exactly.
No,
they want to
no,
go
it's-
wear their
but-
susu pussy and be a don ho. They want to go wear their susu pussy and be a don ho and, all over the place. And and then you're supposed to be at home and be okay with it.
Right. After
No.
you go and wear your sus boots everywhere, and then come home,
No, I
and
think
your
it's,
boots is
and
no good.
that's
And your susu pussy is stink.
yeah. It's not no home. So I just think that it's not really the men, because of course men they're like dogs, they're animals, of course they're gonna
Yeah.
have all that, all that
We have
that rage
men
and
viewers.
so what?
They're not
But
dogs.
that's the truth. That's the truth. All men are dogs, okay?
Females
And then-
is some.
But then,
too much.
I'm looking at the women, the weak ones. Oh yeah, because I don't want him to leave me. You do anything, even wrong stuff, just to satisfy him to say, if he ain't home with you, he's doing it somewhere else too. So you might want to think about that. It's the women I'm more worried about. I don't care about the men. That's
No.
how they are. But we
Women
gotta
are
learn
just
how
the
to
same.
tame 'em.
Women are just the
Women-
same.
Not
You
all
say-
of them.
Women wear susu
No.
pussy too.
Hey!
Oh, man.
Man, where my shoe at?
No,
Don't you ever my
No,
shoe
don't
at?
do it.
Don't give her no susu pussy, okay?
Don't do it.
Oh my
No,
God.
I'm
Get
just
no
saying the
sus-
women.
shoes.
Those are red flags. Get the hell out of that relationship.
That's what I say. That's
know?
the recap of last week. We say, get the hell out of that relationship. It is not love. And if you feel like you need to be in an open relationship, and get the hell out of the relationship.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let's just be real here. Why stick in a relationship that isn't working for you? You're not being satisfied. Go find it somewhere else. And I think you'll realize life is going to serve you a lesson that it's not always, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Right?
No, because you'll find a lot of shit in the grass. There's some shit in the grass. I'm telling you that.
Lots of them.
But hi Liti and Kase. Thank you guys
Hi,
for joining.
sisters.
But yeah,
yeah.
there's
So,
some shit in the
guys,
grass, y'all.
We're just catching you up, those that are just coming in, okay? Our special guest, big sister, super extra older sister, Miss
Always have a question.
Mele Vaenuku, that
All her
has a
questions are going to be
question
answered tonight.
every single week. Now we got her here so she can ask all her questions. Okay, guys? And we were just recapping because her question came from one of her questionable friends about, is it love if your partner or your spouse comes and asks you to be in an open relationship? And we say hell to the no.
Not hell.
That is not love. Okay. Then she went on a tangent about why the husband want to go and have an open relationship because he's a freak because he was watching porn since he was little.
And then he was a peeping Tom.
Yeah, then he was a peeping Tom.
Do the peeping Tom.
Do the peeping Tom. Show the sisters.
She's the one.
No, they call them mentonga seal kaukau. And really,
Seal
there was people
kaukau.
that was doing that.
Hey,
So they be watching people in the shower?
Yeah, when they go in the shower, then they go.
Sheila. Oh my gosh, guys.
When Sion is getting it on, kids are watching, you know.
Hey.
That's how people see it. Because in Tonga, they
Mele
don't have
Vaenuku.
internet back then.
They didn't. That's why I say
Yeah.
it's not always stemmed back to the porn because they didn't have porn back in Tonga.
Yeah, but I know that. They didn't have the porn, but they were watching the real thing, watching people doing it.
Or maybe they were a victim of.
Yeah, somebody touched them. Grandpas, everybody, you guys need to watch your kids.
I agree 100% with
Yes.
watching your kids,
Yeah.
guys. I mean, I think we've talked about it before about being mindful, being watchful parents, and always keeping
Yes,
track
yeah.
of your children and where they are. Don't be, what do they call it?
What?
At the mind mate to it. Don't
Yeah.
be like, don't
be a dead brain.
casual.
Don't be a
casual
dead
about
brain.
things like that, about
Yeah.
your kids and stuff. So,
When
yeah.
your kids come to you and talk about some stuff like that, believe them.
Oh, guys, Rose Mokofisi is
Hi,
on.
sis. I
And
love
Cindy,
you.
Cindy's on.
Hi, sissy.
Rose said, "Who's the feleni Mele Vaenuku?"
Exactly. That's what I said.
It's a, oh, you mean the one that asked the question?
Your friends are questionable that ask crazy questions every week.
No, these are just like people that wrote us for our viewers.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh, I
we get tired of talking about that kind of stuff. If your kids are still being molested and things are happening, then you're like that. Stop taking
Oh,
them
dear.
to your sister's house. You can't trust your sisters if they have boys, because the boys bring their friends. You know, that's what happened to this other girl that wrote in. You know, the husband. Just can't do that. Leave your kids right next to you.
Don't let them out of your sight.
Yeah, because
We just have
nowadays it's crazy.
Yeah, we just have to be so watchful.
Doctor, my God, no, I'll tell you, you know her.
Oh my gosh, look who allowed me on the
No, I
No.
mean, it's good because it's for us to know, you know.
It is.
And
It is
let
something
people
we
know.
struggle with as
Yeah.
Polynesian people
Yes.
with the whole like molestation, sexual
Inappropriate
abuse,
touching.
all that kind of stuff that happens in our homes or outside of our homes with family members.
And the lady even said to us, don't fall Don't ever fall.
Meaning don't get tired of talking about
Yeah,
those
talk
things.
about it all the time.
Keep it at the forefront of your conversations with your
Yeah.
children to continue to teach them on what to watch for.
Yeah, but that's a sensitive subject because a lot of Polynesians don't even like to talk about sex with their kids.
Yeah.
So
We
then,
never had the
speaking
birds
about-
or bees.
speaking
How
about,
about you?
like-
We had to go, poor mom.
You ain't had to go what?
I had to go
Tell the
discover
truth.
myself. But hey, I was
You're
already
sorry.
finished on my
I
school,
can't,
okay?
I can't deal with her. OMG.
What?
Yes, Cecility. Yes. She said this is the kind of conversations that Tongans need to have instead of talking shit about other people.
Yeah, I know.
Someone's too.
Let's
Let's
about
Polynesian
other
people.
people. Tala no to your kids, because Neti, even baby girl, my little namesake, she knows. They know their private parts. Don't nobody touch it, and you don't touch it. You know. Well, see,
They
yeah.
gotta touch it to walk it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's washed. Well, enough of no, I ain't touch it. But you gotta tell them. You gotta educate your kids because it's so scary. It's happening all the time. That
Yes.
guy, he went to jail to go do time because he was touching his sister. Why? Because the mom and dad went and worked, and he was the one that had to take care of the kids. And so the brothers, duwale, but the little sister, alpha, But his love for his sister, after he understands everything, it's too late. He already done touched her, she's cuckoo
Yeah.
now.
she's cuckoo now.
Yeah, but I think, I guess some kids can take that and get therapy and heal from it and have a normal life, where some people go and take drugs to numb that
That
Yeah.
pain.
because they haven't really been able to talk about it.
Yeah.
Right.
And don't be embarrassed. It's shit. It's all over the place. It's
That's,
not just with us
that's the thing
Polynesians.
that is so scary. Because, and it's infuriating to me, and I was very passionate in our previous episode about sexual abuse, is because how so often we protect the wrong people.
Yeah.
Right.
when
Amen to that.
our kids come and tell, you know, us, hey, so and so said to me, like, oh, don't say anything, just stay away from him. You know, are you kidding me? So he can go touch somebody else? Like, come on, guys, we gotta get it together.
Because really, honestly, it's really usually either dads, the brothers, or the grandpas and the uncles.
Uncles,
You can't
cousins,
nobody.
cousins,
cousins, aunties too. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Yes.
Everybody
You're right.
has.
You're right.
Anybody can be the predator. It doesn't. There's no gender or anything. But usually in our culture, we've seen a lot of male predators or males that have that issue.
Okay, with you.
But it's because we don't educate our people.
Yeah.
We are so used
That's
to
hard.
ngutulawing, but we don't use our ngutu to educate
To fight.
and to
Yeah,
fight
for
for
your
what's
kids
right.
and protect your kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's just like my wife said and hit it on the head, is we have to educate our kids.
Yeah.
And we were fortunate enough growing up that we had a helicopter mom that was constantly in our ear. That
She was on top of that with us.
it almost made it to where we didn't even want to go discover. we were scared, but we're grateful for it because we were watchful of it. And then now we're trying not to be as helicoptery to our kids,
But they know all about
but
it.
we do continuously talk to them about it. And it's very important for us to, you know, we can share our experiences. This is what we encourage here on our podcast, is to talk about the things that are hard to talk about.
Yeah.
Give our kids an outlet so that when they have a problem, they can come to us freely. If they still aren't comfortable, you know, give them the permission to find somebody that they're comfortable with to talk to. So they're not bottling it up inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about the rising rates of suicide amongst our Polynesian people. I mean, this thing, it's traumatizing, and it goes and it affects them for the rest of their life.
Because some of them don't know how to filter that out, like to talk to someone.
They don't know how to process
You
it
know,
and
they don't
heal
have
from
to,
it.
things like that. And then they get hurt and they get stuck because it was somebody so close to them.
Yeah.
You know, somebody that made them feel comfortable and then ended up touching pee-pee with them. Like, how are they supposed to
Dear
react?
Jesus.
You know, you guys gotta figure that out. Think about those kind of things, you know? And if you're just sitting there, do this because you want to protect your dad or your grandpa or your brothers and
Or
stuff.
your husband?
Or your husband, you know? Don't do that.
Okay.
Because our kids are, man, that's why I will now turn to drugs, turn to everything else but to you, because you're not allowing yourself to listen to what they're saying and make them feel like that they, you know, that there's an issue that you're going to fix it. And not fix it by band-aiding. They go and take your dad to go get some help. Turn him in. That's when he's going to get help.
Yeah, and I think it's like not even just our
Don't be
children.
mad.
It's the adults too. I mean, even the older generation. We have to create a space where our older generation can come out and say, like, this is how we grew up back in the day. This is why I am this way. Or yes, I experienced this type of sexual trauma or verbal abuse or sexual abuse or whatnot. And this is why I am the way that I am. And so you could see it passed down through generations why we're not willing to speak about it,
Yeah.
because it's happened for so long, and we continue to hold that in to the point where, you know, now we're going through it, but we're trying to break that cycle.
Yes, we got to draw a line in the sand, guys.
Yeah.
And it starts with us educating our children. It starts with us as the parents, and even as siblings, aunties, cousins, everything. We have to be watchful. We have to, and don't just look away and what was the word you used?
Valeloi.
Not Valeloi so much, but don't take it lightly.
Yeah, don't be casual
Yeah,
about
don't be
it.
casual about it. Don't dismiss it. If you see something that is questionable, go with your gut.
Yeah.
You know,
if
and
you see an uncle or a brother, a male, like paying too much attention to your kids, you better be careful.
Or an auntie, or
Or an
somebody, like a female. I know there's some female predators out there. I've known a couple, but that have, you know, like, that have like touched a younger kid, a younger boy, and has had relations with them. And
My friend was touching her daughter.
that is not okay.
Okay.
Like
That's not
females, there's no gender to
Yeah.
sexual abuse or verbal abuse or any of that trauma. There's no gender. It's just that we're used to seeing a lot of males that are being caught in the situation. But there's a lot of female predators too.
I get it.
Oh,
100%.
nasty old.
Yeah.
Nasty old.
But there's a bunch of those men that were caught, like you said, but then there's a lot of men out there that haven't been caught.
True.
You know, and then I think I shared in our previous episode about sexual abuse that there was a family member, and I found out later that person had a problem, and I was so beside myself, like, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
It's not that I'm going to go hang him on a cross and crucify him, but it gives me the opportunity to be watchful, even more so watchful of my children.
Right.
So we are not Jesus Christ the judge. Therefore, these people are bringing down trauma from their own history and their own lives, and it's passing it on, and it becomes like a generational curse, and it's a vicious cycle that doesn't end unless we talk about it and do something about it. And doing something about it is educating our kids. And I was dying at my sister-in-law Kinga, she's like, that's why I'm still a virgin. Hey! Yes, sister, like a virgin. Hey! Touch for the very first time. No, it's touch for the 125th time. I love you, sis Kinga.
Shoot.
Welcome, sis Va. Hi, Nisi. Hi, Mom.
Hey, guys.
Love you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining us. We're just over here talking a little bit about everything under the sun. We started off with, is it love?
Swingers.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Okay.
Is it love if your partner comes and asks you to be in a open relationship? We say hell no. And then it went on to porn. The reason why men were like that because of porn, but no. And then it went on to, when inappropriate touching, sexual abuse, and things like that. But these are all things that we still continue need to talk about. It has to be at the forefront of our conversations, especially with our children, to educate them on what to be watchful of, to keep themselves protected all the time, to teach them what's inappropriate touching, even give them the signs,
the jokes, you know.
The grooming, those
Yeah.
little comments that people make, to be watchful of those things, because our
And
babies
don't
are
send
so
your
naive.
kids out to the bathroom by themselves. Always go with someone.
Yeah,
I mean, you
we go
always
with
go take
the
them.
buddy system, you know.
Yeah.
So you can tell we had a helicopter.
Yeah, that's mom.
We had a helicopter.
Well, what if I had to go pee? Pee your pants.
Jeez. Yeah, I remember that, guys.
We
But
always had to do that.
Don't you think it's important to talk to our older generation too? Like,
absolutely.
and have them,
remember I told you I
speak
went
out?
into a podcast with some of the old folks to talk to them about, their generation and what they went through and why they are the way that they are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would love to interview someone that has been on the other end of that part, like not the victim themselves, but the predator, or the person that has that illness. I would love to interview them and see.
Go to prison. They're all over.
I know, but they have to answer. You know, and they got nothing better to do.
You know,
Than
they
to answer your
realize
questions.
it.
But those who are out here in the community, I want to understand their brain. Like where did it stem from? What made you want to do that to someone, to violate them in that
somebody
way?
violated them.
I believe that.
You know,
I'm pretty
100%.
sure.
Yeah. I feel like they were victims of something. You don't just wake up and just want to be a predator.
Yeah.
Hi, Mai. Love you.
Love you so much. Thank you guys for joining us. But yes, we are sitting over here talking about some pretty deep stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Talking about, some generational trauma.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out ways to better ourselves as a people. We should, how long is our children going to pay the price for our silence?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like us.
Who the hell are we protecting?
Exactly.
Go get that fixed, you know?
Like they say, don't say anything, he's this in the church, or
Oh, that's my... No, it's always because it's their parent or their uncle or their brothers and stuff like that. Go get it fixed. Oh my gosh.
But guys, you know what? It takes a lot of counseling. It takes a lot of work. So it's not just go get it fixed, right?
Yeah,
But-
getting it fixed is getting, healed and
But also
talk about what
keeping
happened
it
to
like,
you.
don't be like, come on, it's embarrassing. No,
That's so normal
it's
in our
embarrassing
culture.
when we keep our mouths closed.
No, because
And
then
leave-
you're just as bad as the one that's touching you.
Exactly, I agree. We're doing our children
A
and
disservice.
everybody a disservice when we're not giving them the warning signs.
Yeah.
You know, thank goodness we
True.
have warning signs so we don't run into things and we eat horses on the road all day. Thank goodness for signs, you know?
Yeah, we have to stand up, and we
Yes.
have to have the courage, that courage to open our mouths as hard as it can be. We have to have the courage. We deserve to have the courage, and our generations before us and after us deserve for us to stand up and break the silence and be courageous enough to say something and to bring awareness consistently
Yeah.
and constantly to the forefront,
Yeah.
because this is an issue that our Polynesian people do struggle with,
Mhm.
but we don't have to. The reason why we have been struggling with it is because we
The shame.
decided to, hide things,
Sweep
sweep
it
things under the rug, and
I steal my kakau.
Yeah.
for the name, the family
The
name,
neighbor,
and
the neighbor's gonna find out.
Yeah.
right.
The neighbor.
Yeah. And then what when the
Forget
neighbor
the
come
neighbor.
and touch you? You know what I mean? Then what? So
Yeah.
I feel like it's important. That's why I feel like the number one thing to kind of maybe start the countering of this bad disease and generational trauma is the education part. And
Yeah.
this is what we're doing right now, talking about it. You can't educate your children or people around you, people that you love, if you don't talk about it. And that's what
Yeah.
we struggle with as a people. Like my wife said, people are too busy talking about everybody else that they're not talking about the important things that matter, especially with our children. And those that are struggling from, are victims of sexual abuse, know that you are supported and you are loved, and there's so many resources out there. We'll repost them again for you. In Utah, we also have a Polynesian licensed clinical therapist, social worker. She is our in-house therapist. Her name is Celia Moleni with Manaki Mental Health.
Yes.
She's
And
located
Brittany's
in,
one too.
yeah, and my niece, my brother Isaac's
Brittany.
daughter is an LCSW as well.
As well as Tina Sione.
Tina Sione is a licensed clinical social worker as well. And so there's so many Polynesian therapists out there that understand our culture, right? Not just about any of those childhood traumas or any of those kinds of things, but they also understand our culture, right? And you smack that on top and then you put religion on there too. I mean, it's a
Exactly.
lot to deal with, and here we are, we're very respectful people, we're very prideful people, not in a bad way, but more for the pride of our people where we come from, right?
Right.
And so we want to protect and kind of don't say anything because so-and-so is going to get in trouble, and don't say anything because it's, but that doesn't serve our people, and our future generations are the ones that are going to pay the price for our silence and our inability to be able to talk about it openly. And if it makes you uncomfortable, I apologize, but you don't have any growth when you're comfortable,
Right.
okay? So if we want to see a change, and this is a much needed change in our people, our culture, in all the human freaking race, because there's a lot of curves out there that's not just Polynesian, but I can't believe just how bad and how we still struggle with it as a people to this day. It's
Yeah.
2024, my
Especially with our Tongan way, the so-called
Yeah.
whakaapa stuff,
Yeah.
It's just out in the open, but yet inside the closed doors, people are touching each other. It's so sick.
you know.
Yeah.
And these are just things that I hear, But I wanted to share with you guys a little young guy. This was a couple years ago that wrote in, and we were talking back and forth, and he had mentioned that the family, they go to Palangi work, but they took him to a Palangi therapist, and he was more frustrated to see the parents just covering up for each other. And not only that, but he felt like, I'm here talking to a Palangi, she don't know nothing about us Tongans. She don't know the kind of struggles that we have. She don't know all we have at home to eat is side meaty and, cereal and, everything else. Kaving, everything else comes first before us. Maybe that's just how they saw it, but the parents are just, fine, they just want to give with, among their own circle. But he said he didn't have a connection
with their
with the therapist. So any kids out there that need therapy, we have Tongan people here
Yes,
that are now
Polynesians,
educated
Samoan
people and licensed to be
Yes.
able to help you. And when you're talking about, all we had every day was Siberian hot dogs, they get
They
it
get it.
because they're from Polynesian homes. No matter how, we thought we were okay. Eh?
Yeah.
I do. Because I was grateful for whatever little thing that we did have. But so when I hear all these people that write in about their kind of struggles, I don't get it.
Yeah.
But there's some things that they talk about. I
And you can
remember that.
relate.
I can relate to
Yes.
that. So a lot of these kids, the parents are taking them to like therapists, they don't feel that connection. So look,
The
little
following
boys-
just write abuse.
report it, yeah.
Abuse, call cops 911.
But hey, look, we have Tongan, Polynesian people. They don't have to be Tongans or Samoans, whoever. They're Polynesians. We're all one. They can help, and there'll be connection there.
Yeah, and
Because
don't be
we all come from the same background.
ashamed. I mean, that's the thing. I
Yeah.
think as a Polynesian people, that's a stigma we carry around so much. That shame,
Yeah.
right? We don't want to shame our people.
Yeah.
We don't want to shame our family. We don't want to bring shame to our, like
Yeah.
dishonor. You know what I mean? But it's dishonorable when it continues to be
Keep
a vicious
going.
cycle
Yeah.
and more victims.
And it wasn't just you, it's everybody
It's
else.
everybody
All your
else.
first cousins, all
Yeah.
your second cousin, third, and now it's gonna go to your own kids. Then what you gonna do?
Exactly.
That's my kid,
Right.
All
It should
of
be
a
like that.
sudden, huh? No, but
It's
it's
Get it?
Yeah.
Get help now.
It's a thing. That's the shame. That's what's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Is when we keep our mouth shut.
Sure.
We don't talk about it because what? Because it's a thing like a respect thing. We shouldn't be talking about these things. No, you shouldn't be touching little kids.
Yeah.
That's what you shouldn't be doing. So this is where we get to break that generational cycle and say, hey, we're going to talk about it. And that's what we do here on Tin and Lay After Dark, guys. We talk about shit that's done in the dark. Mm-hmm.
And we bring it to the light.
Absolutely, 100%. You got a problem with it? I'm sorry about it.
Yeah. Then
That's your issue.
but the thing we should be ashamed of is that our roots, our ancestors, and everything that was built for us, those roots are deteriorating because we are closed mouth, right?
That one.
We only open our mouths to do other things, but when the time comes and there are only we become the Hawaiians when there's no full Hawaiians or another culture is taking over. You know why? Is because we kept our mouths shut. We let that deteriorate. We let our roots deteriorate because we chose to sit here and be quiet about things.
Exactly. Right. And I think that one of the things we also struggle with as a people is the shaming thing, right? It's not just so much the people that are going through it, right? So the mom's trying to tell you to shut your mouth, don't say anything because it's your uncle, it's your grandpa, it's your father, it's your brother, it's your, or it's the people that's on the side while these people are suffering and shaming them.
Yeah.
Shame on you for that. If
Exactly.
you are that guppy on the side over there, allowing about the person that's being victimized, you need to look in the mirror and slap the first person that shows up, because that is not okay.
Here we go.
Okay?
No, but then they open that door. But then no from there. There's this one lady on Facebook that they're always bringing up that her uncle did some stuff to her. I mean, why is it okay for you to say things like that? It was out of her control. Why would you sit there and ta'aki that about them? But that's what I'm saying. That's when
someone
you
else was shaming another lady
Yeah, and they put
for
it out.
coming out about being
No, because
victimized?
she's beautiful and she just does her own thing, and then the first thing they do is they got that stuff about her fight. But why? Where do you guys think you have the right to even bring that up?
Exactly.
What if that was you? What if your brother was touching your daughter all that time over here in Nutulawan and stuff? That's the kind of karma or mala that will come back to you when you open
Right.
your mouth about something that's unfortunate about someone
Exactly.
else. Number one, it wasn't even her fault.
Right.
You
She
know?
was a child.
And then number two, we don't even know if it's freaking true. You were there in the island when he was doing that. These are just shit people just make up and say. We don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
Right.
This is just something that came from a cousin, and a cousin.
Yeah.
Maybe it happened to the cousin, and she came and said it was this other lady. We don't know any of that, so you don't have no right to open your mouth and bring something, bring up something like that. So unfortunate.
Or
Out of her
shame
control.
people.
Yeah, don't do that.
Not just the victims of sexual abuse or whatever, but if somebody went like Mele, right, and made a mistake, okay?
Poor Mele.
We were talking about Mele, right? The one that when we heard about the swing.
Now it's not really Mele. We're just saying
it's
that.
just a name.
Now Momo don't call me every Mele.
No, for
You
real.
are a Mele. She's
What's
Mele.
fucking me?
No, when we were talking about the Swingers Club, right?
Yeah.
When we went off on that, we were so surprised and beside ourselves. But how we say, okay, if that's your prerogative, that's your prerogative. We just don't do it. Just please be safe, okay?
Yeah.
And who cares if Mele goes and has a baby, right, with her swinger partner, and then she says, how bad? Siggy hair, she got pregnant to who and who and who. And we said, you know what? That's Mele's crotch. Let Mele do what the hell she wants with her crotch. Don't be a crotch police, okay? But there are many people in this world
That does that.
that has so much to say about everybody else.
Zoom in, get going.
That's what I say. That's what I say. I say, when we, and our people, we do that as like a fakagata thing, right? We are so manuki, like we just do it
We're
to
number
joke.
one at that. We're bad.
You know, we do it to joke, but we're poking jabs at people at the same time. It's inconsiderate. It's rude. It's just not becoming of us as a people.
Yeah.
That's one of the things why I feel like a lot of people keep their mouth shut, right? Because the whole
because they don't want to be embarrassed by what people are going to say.
They don't want
That's another
Mele and them over there to ta'aki her or like put all her stuff out on, blast her out on everything.
But wait till it hits your own circle.
Exactly.
And then you will understand.
And then let's see how your story
Let's see
changes.
if anybody gave you grace during that time.
Exactly. Sis Monalay said, give people grace because we're already going through so much.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
know, and our people are such a. We are the first one to put people down. You know, mutu lao.
Wait.
Kakau.
Shumway said it.
Oh, what did he say?
He said, kakai tonga, kakai lotu ya.
He said the Tongan people aren't church
Really?
people.
Yeah.
What?
That's what he said. Go listen to Shumway's talk because Shumway knows these Tongan people. Yeah.
See, that's another problem.
leader
That just
said
came to
it.
the island and then all of a sudden he knows
knew
us.
all that.
But I think just as an outsider looking in,
No.
he
He
sees
said,
we are.
kakai lotu e kakai tonga, kakai alu ki e lotu, but they're not
She's
kakai
saying,
lotu.
I'm translating for the people who don't understand Tongan.
Okay.
Shumway said that in his experience of the Tongan people, and Shumway is a Palangi man that spent many years in Tonga and serving the Tongan
Fluent
people.
Tongan.
He even speaks fluent Tongan. But he was saying that the Tongan people are not like a church,
Going people.
like a Christ-like people. Maybe they go to
But
church.
they go to church.
They go to church
but they don't
every
act like-
Sunday,
But they
and
don't.
maybe
They're not
Saturday.
Christ-like.
They don't
But-
act like
but
the
they
guy
don't-
lotu.
Act like it.
No, because
okay?
it shows when they have clients.
What do you mean clients?
When they have fosters, they let into the church sitting over there, and all the kids have white, nice pressed shirts with the ties, and then the little foster sitting on the side with some,
Here we go again
wrinkle
on another
stuff.
tangent.
I'm just saying.
She's making me dizzy.
Kakai lotu ya.
We're-
Kakai
she's
lotu
making
ka
me
ofa
dizzy.
heki client ko umay si dinyo totonga ko na
So she was saying that
remove them and they go before
that
the
our Polynesian people
peaceful.
are
I hate
not
people
like
like
Christ-like, right? And it shows when you go to church and that there's a Tongan family that has all their kids are all dressed nicely,
Every
and
Tongan
then their
family
little
got a
foster
client.
kid is looking like an orphan Annie on the side.
And they're all them fighting over her lipstick, and all her kids are all nice, clean clothes and stuff. And then the little foster sitting over there.
I have seen that.
I've seen, we've seen it since we moved out here, because they didn't have that here.
They
in
didn't
California.
have it in California.
That is so
I've
rude.
never experienced that. I never
That is so rude.
experienced
Yeah.
fostering families until we moved to Utah.
Yeah.
And I went to church. I went to church, guys. Don't be so surprised. But I went to church and I saw a lot of Palangi kids in there, right?
Yeah.
And that's the
That's
first
when
thing.
we
That's
were
the first
exposed to
thing
that.
I noticed, right?
Yeah.
Was the Palaya kids were looking like little orphans.
Yeah. And don't lie, don't be sitting there disagreeing with us. It's the damn truth. You go to any ward, you'll see them, and they're very different. And they treat them bad, and they're rude to them. And I even said when I was in primary once, and that's probably why they'll never ever give me a call in primary.
Don't give her a call in primary.
Don't be mean to those kids, because them kids pay your damn bills.
Oh.
Oh dear
That part.
Jesus! You know what?
Don't
was
do
a
that.
gut punch. I felt it in
where
my
do these
soul.
But where do they learn it from?
The parents.
Parentals.
There you go.
Listen, all I have to say
Learn
is
behavior.
we are already a loving people, okay? So why do we
Sometimes.
treat other people differently? For me, with the foster kids, and this is just who I am as a person, I don't like to see that kind of stuff. I think the kids are innocent and everybody deserves to be loved. Mm-hmm. And when I see that kind of separation, it really is discouraging and it's sad.
Yeah.
So we need to do better as a people. If you have somebody that comes into your home, and this is our business, guys. This is our business. This is what we do. We are dual contract with the state of Utah. We are a foster agency. We are with the Department of Children and Family Services, as well as Department for Kids with Special Needs and Disabilities. We place these kind of kids, and we have to love them. We have to show them love. They're already coming from traumatized backgrounds. We don't need to, if we show them love and we teach them, I believe that it's more healing than any of that therapy.
Yeah. And like my wife said, we are already a loving people.
Yeah.
But then we choose when we want to love, right? We have that conditional love.
Oh my gosh.
Or we choose when we want to love, so it's that what's that called? Selective love, right?
Just like selective hearing.
Just like selective hearing.
Oh.
We select when we want to be loving to these children.
I'm gonna select when no.
She gonna select when she select the
You're evil.
Yes.
Don't listen to her, guys. She's evil. We don't condone violence on here.
No, we
don't.
We don't.
But my guys, I just think that these are things we don't say out loud, right? But I'm gonna tell you, I see it. I'm gonna tell you, I've witnessed it
everywhere here.
and I've seen it with my own two eyeballs.
Have you seen anybody that does not
No.
They're all whakaoka.
No,
All these little kids.
I'm gonna have to disagree with that because my children in my care are not whakaoka.
I'm talking about when we first came here. Did you see anybody that was
No,
it's whakaoka.
guys, let me just tell you. This is how traumatized we were when we first moved to Utah from California. We had a family reunion. It was on my dad's side. And one of the aunties, we didn't know her until we moved to Utah. She had brought one of her fosters, right?
Uh-huh.
And this little foster, she's, I think she had some behavioral issues, or maybe she's like autistic or something. I'm not exactly sure. But they were eating and barbecuing in the backyard, and we were doing like pu'is and fa'as in the house, and all of a sudden I hear this like screaming.
We
like
were so
blood curdling screaming. And we were scared that we ran to the sliding door to see what it was. And it was that auntie was sitting on her foster kid, right?
Oh my goodness.
To hold her down. And I think she was like maybe having a fit or something, whatever. It wasn't a seizure.
Yeah.
Because that girl was screaming. And when you have a seizure, you ain't screaming. Anyway, so I said, I'm gonna call the police.
911. This is how I dial 911.
I was so beside myself, guys. We didn't know this kind of
and our neighbors
stuff.
were like, "Is everything okay now?"
Exactly. So I went to go call the cops because I was like, "Oh no,
don't do that."
And no, it was Lika that came and told me to don't call the cops. And I said, "But that don't look right to me." And I got, how old was I, Gina? Maybe 15.
You were very
At 15 years old, I said, something's not right there.
Yeah.
And then what Lika told me was that that's how the lady calms her down, because sometimes she throws these fits where she gets like, she starts hitting and everything. But I'm going to tell you what, we are providers now, and there is no kind of training or certification that tells you to sit on the child. She could have freaking suffocated her.
I know.
That's abuse.
That was scary.
Yeah, it was.
Mona Lay said, I think us not understanding the whole mental health issue doesn't help in our community.
Absolutely.
Because everybody
Absolutely
has
right.
mental health issues.
100%.
I think a lot of our
You know what?
people have it.
We
for sure.
We all do. Everybody struggles.
We got some
every single
PTSD,
day, every day.
anxiety, ADHD, depression,
Everything.
all of that. It's just sometimes we don't acknowledge that because why?
They're not educated about it. They don't know.
Yeah, or
Or
when
they're
when you say, "Oh, mom, dad, I think the doctor said I was diagnosed with PTSD or anxiety or depression," they're like,
la bici.
la bici.
Go to church.
Shut your mouth. You don't even know what that is. Yeah, you guys
Go
don't know
take a
what that is.
pill.
I know.
Yeah.
Go
No,
take a
but-
Tylenol.
Our thing with our people, we don't
Yeah.
understand what mental health is. I think a lot of we just kind of dumb it down like it's not a big
Obviously.
thing. It's silly. You're fine. We're strong people. We go to church. We know what you're gonna be okay. But we are human beings, and we feel, we cry.
Yeah.
You know, we have emotions and feelings. But growing up in a Polynesian community, it's suppressed a lot. You know, like the whole don't you try to cry. Wipe your face right now. Don't cry right now if I slap you again. You know,
I hit you because I love you. Hey, felt the hell out
Fix
of
your face.
Somebody's
After they done already like
the
booked your
hell?
hole, and then they're like, "What? Fix your face." Like, I can't. You just beat me.
my eye is dangling.
My eye is dangling. What you want me to fix?
Let me pick it up
God
off
damn
the
it.
floor. But it's also like it's almost kind of like a embarrassing thing.
Yeah.
When you have to go seek therapy, right? Yeah. And sometimes if mental health therapy where you're sitting talking about your life and stuff isn't something that works for you, find an outlet.
Yeah.
Right? Find an outlet. Some people it's sports. Some people it's, getting involved in the community. Some people it's, finding hobbies that find something that will help you heal and process and get through those hard days, so that we don't end up, on freaking Snapped and stuff, on forensic files because we didn't learn how to deal with our trauma or any of our mental health issues, and we don't go and manage it and take care of our mental health, and so we end up turning around and becoming serial killers and stuff.
Yeah,
So-
and man abusers and punching the hell out of everybody. And
Exactly.
But guess what? I think Polynesian females are very we are very hands-on type of people.
Yes.
And I think that to get our aggression out, we have to be physical. Like, we're not very good talkers. Well, my experience, I'm not a very good talker. But when it comes to like physical activity,
Yeah.
I think Polynesian women are amazing at using physical activity for their outlet. We should. There's a lot of physical activities that we can be doing to get our aggressions out, like
Or
boxing.
beating their wives and their kids.
Mm-hmm.
No, seriously. I mean, I just got somebody that wrote in that she's had it because she saw her little boy attack one of the games. Yeah. Well, where did he learn it from? My husband. Yeah. Go fix that. Yeah.
Guys, we have got to
Fix it.
pay attention. We've got to be proactive in our progression, in our mental health. We've got to be able to say, hey, I got some mental issues.
Yeah.
I call freaking work every single day when I was at Delta. I'm taking a mental health day. They're like, okay, you're fired. That's your 250th mental health day.
Go take a whole month of mental health.
Go take a
whole
pill.
mental health month.
Mona, go take a pill.
Exactly.
Mona Lay said, I seen a therapist through my old job, and the Tongan supervisor was telling everybody my business. Now I have that trauma to add on. First of all, that supervisor needs to be fired.
Exactly.
And lose her license.
And lose the license. And second of all, so sorry that happened to you. You did not deserve
sis,
that.
you don't deserve that. Shoot.
You need
know
to go report her.
Yes, you can report it.
No, for real. Report
No,
her.
it
That's the
is.
kind of stuff
Oh,
I'm
you
going
loud ass
to
bitch.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
No, and that's so unprofessional, right?
That is.
It's not our business. That's a thing that, like I said, we struggle with as a people. We like to shame other people jokingly, right? But that's just being passive aggressive, to tell you the truth, right? It's just our own manu inside of us that's coming out, but so nice and stuff. But we do it jokingly, okay? And this supervisor of yours who thought that they had the right to
You
go
should go
and tell
report
your
them.
story to
Yeah.
everybody.
But
else.
maybe
She violated your
Yeah, she
privacy.
violated your privacy.
Your
Go
HIPAA.
report her ass.
Report her ass.
Or his ass.
Or her his.
And if
And
you
what?
don't work there anymore, let's write a Dear Bastard letter.
You write
over
a
there.
Dear Bastard letter.
Tell me who the company is and the supervisor. I'm going to write a Dear Bastard letter. I'm going to say,
You did not
Dear
deserve that.
Bastard, your supervisor. Okay.
And you get to be you get to have your remedy. You get to remedy that whole situation because that did cause you
Emotional distress,
emotional distress, and all kinds of
Sue
stuff.
'em.
So
Sue him.
sue the hell out of
You
them.
get to get emotional redress, sister.
Yes.
Okay?
Mga ko ito like ni mami.
Hey! It could be ni miliona.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When
We
you see something
listen,
that's
we
wrong,
don't
sis.
judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
Yeah.
We be some angry people sometimes. We listen and we don't judge.
That's the
Exactly.
Can
problem.
we listen, don't judge, and then slap them?
No, listen. Let me tell you something.
Catch them in the corner, in the alley when they're walking.
We
Bye,
listen.
Jessica.
The problem with our people is we listen and we judge.
We listen, we judge, and then we fussy them.
We listen and we judge and we talking the hell out of them.
Then we write a dear love, man.
A dear bastard. No, it's true. I'm so sorry, sis. Lay, I feel that was an invasion of your privacy. And guys,
Know your rights.
know your
too. That's-
rights.
Yes.
Come on, man.
We've
Don't
got
let
to know
just
our
people
rights.
tell you this. Oh, you're this. You're no.
No.
You get to just counter it with. Do I look like a big dummy to you or something?
Right.
I'm offended.
Exactly.
So
Don't insult my intelligence.
exactly. Don't
When,
insult my
when you hear
intelligence.
bullshit, just do that.
Just say silence.
And then haha them.
Do your
Go
ha,
walk
honey.
away.
Do your
Yeah, you
ha,
just go,
no.
like that, lychee.
You see that ha
Yeah, it's
ha?
true.
Two ha's. Okay, guys.
Haha them.
If you guys are
'Cause they
being
deserve that.
discriminated against in your office building, being sexually discriminated against, where people are making advances at you and things like that, report that shit.
Yeah.
Report that shit. If somebody over there talking shit, especially the supervisor telling your business, report that shit.
And there you
Exactly.
go. Once again, that's part of our
Right.
culture. That's part of our trauma. That's
Yeah,
part of
we
that
just kinda,
generational cycle. We just kind of just let it go because that's what we're used to doing. And when we are violated, we just kind of like, okay, whatever, we'll just brush it under the rug or sweep it under the rug. But no, you have rights. You get to stand up for who you are and for your rights. Nobody gets to treat you that way.
Exactly.
You don't deserve that.
Right. And then knowing her, she'll go find out who your supervisor is, get
I'm
all
gonna
of
go-
his business, and tell everybody about his business.
We just don't do names, you know?
Yeah, we're gonna drop names, but I feel like these are things that we don't talk about enough, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why if you hear us talking about, there's gonna be different situations for everybody, right?
Yeah.
But it's very important. Like Sister Monalay said, we have to really check our mental health. Okay, we have to continuously, just like we go and it's just like going.
I
to the
got a
dentist.
question now.
You have a lot of questions.
No, I'm just saying, you know. So I think I'm normal.
You are.
You are most definitely not normal.
But you know,
I'm just kidding. She's
What-
She's normal.
what
she's
are
normal.
some of the signs though? How can I, like, maybe other people will notice my, you know, my red flags, but I don't.
I'll tell you what your red flags are. Tina.
What?
I'm gonna tell her, okay? Because she's my
Just
sister.
tell me one.
I'll tell you what.
Just one. You
One,
go two, I'm beating you up.
No fighting. No
That's
fighting.
all I'm then you get to get your face slapped. So I'm normal, hey? Because I feel like if I'm like forward, that's okay, but sometimes it isn't, right?
Yeah.
So mental health issues, how would I?
How would you know that you're having
Yeah,
that you got an
like-
issue? Yeah.
Well,
I can tell you.
What?
When you got something to say about everybody, you got an issue.
Not everybody. Just the ones that make me feel a certain way, and I'd be like talking out of my ass.
See,
but-
right there, anger. Anger and violence, guys.
Can
Red
that be-
flag.
Can that be a mental health issue or just normal? I mean, you know, that's my emotions.
Gina. So,
Hmm.
let me just say, okay. Here in America, there's certain
In
ways-
America,
in America, there's certain ways to approach people and how we say it. But sometimes you say things so leo kona. You say it to where people just want to go and unalive themselves.
Unalive themselves. Died. You say it when people want to get died now.
And you don't just, you go straight for the jugular. You don't just go like, I don't like you. I don't like your aura. I don't like your vibe. I don't like your look. I don't like your smell. You go right for the jugular. You know the reason why you're the way that you are is because your grandma was a whore back in the day. I mean, I've witnessed it. You go for the jugular.
Yeah.
And not everybody's like that. But
that's not normal?
No, it's because you feel like you have to be so defensive, like you have to be, so there's something else, like were you bullied? Were you bullied when you were growing up? I just want to know so I go find her.
No, I think it's like the older sister syndrome. Like she has to do things to, like she's the protective one, right?
Yeah.
And she has the 3 younger siblings that are, you can't come for her or for the rest of her siblings because you already know she gonna come for it. She gonna come for the
Not the shank. No violence, Jen. No, but it's
shank and toga is it's not bad.
But it isn't just. I mean, it's just.
Shangy.
No, it's hokahelei. Sorry, I'm gonna hold not the shangy. The shangy.
So to me, I'm normal because
I'm normal.
when people say stuff like if they come for you and stuff, and my viciousness, maybe that's what.
Yeah, your claws come out.
I just I don't just say I don't like that. Don't judge her. Blah blah blah. That's my sister. I still love her and walk away.
No.
Is that normal?
Not
me,
for you.
No, not for me. So then I know that then I have
So for me, the way that
mental
I see
health
it,
issues.
no, that doesn't make
the
you,
purple pill.
doesn't mean that you have a mental health issue. I feel like there's just anger.
Yeah,
in
but
there.
where does that anger stem from?
Exactly. I've said it unapologetically many times that anger management is something I struggled with for a long time. And I don't know if it's I'm pretty sure it's in my DNA.
Were you
The
bullied?
blood, I was.
You were by who?
I was bullied in elementary in Harrison.
Why didn't you
Pomona.
tell me?
Well, because I ended up beating the hell out of that girl.
Oh, good.
But I was bullied and it didn't feel good,
Oh.
I'm sorry, Mela.
It's okay.
I'm gonna fuck them up. We in California, we in that hood. Give me the
we're
names.
gonna
I'm
look
going
for
right
that.
now.
No,
Elementary. We're gonna look for the yearbook.
No,
I'm
we
about to.
lived here in Ontario, okay?
Yeah.
And so Ontario now is a lot more Mikoville. But back in the day, it was a lot of Palangis, right?
Yeah.
And we moved from there. My parents bought a home in Pomona, California. And that's a lot of ulis over there. Meuli,
And we were in a good part of Pomona.
we were in a white city, okay? But
I went
the
to
rest
school with
of Pomona majority is uli people,
Yeah.
right? And so I was not
They're the
used
best.
to the whole you know how they are. They're kind of
aggressive.
They're very aggressive.
Very aggressive.
And so I was this little a timid girl coming
Mele
into
was
this
so-
kind
Mele
of
was so beautiful.
this kind of
She's still
Hawaiian.
environment where there's so much aggression.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to deal with it, right? So when the older kids would come and be like, you got to fight her, you can't hang around me, or that kind of, I just walked away. I go play my own little thing, play with my friends, but then they didn't like me because I had the good hair. What's her name?
Hey,
What was
Becky
it?
with the
I
good
was Becky
hair.
with the good hair because they had the freaking
You lay
no
with the
hair.
good hair.
So I think they just kind of didn't like me for some reason.
Yeah.
So they kind of try to pick on me, the older kids, and I would just not even engage with them because I wasn't that kid. But it just took one time for the animal to come out. And then
So that's not mental health issues. I mean, you just got to that point where you're boiling and you're done with it.
No, but it's
You're
traumatic
having-
still to have to, think back in those times where I felt like not a part of them. They kind of shunned me because I wouldn't do what they asked me to do, or it kind of felt like an oddball out, and they didn't want to play with me at recess or whatever. So those
kids
things
are cruel.
Yeah, kids are very
they're cruel.
And bullying is so dangerous anymore. I mean, kids are committing suicide
over that.
because they can't deal. Parents, teach your kids, okay? Teach your kids to be kind. Teach your kids to be mindful. Let me run into a bully.
Remember you and Ice were always beating up people.
Listen, now I was the auntie, right, that goes to the school and the mother. Now you go to jail. But I was that aunt, I was that mother because I was bullied. I had zero tolerance for it. And so when it was happening in my own circle with my nephew, Siasi.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was that aunt too.
Yes.
I'm still that aunt.
Yes.
Don't mess with my children.
Exactly. Don't mess with the children. Don't mess with our babies.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to come for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Don't do it.
Okay.
Anyways, it's because of that childhood trauma that I had that I was a beast, that psycho lady in the office just going off or going and asesinating the kid in the playground.
So you and your mother did that.
So, yes, I know. But my people, please,
Teach our kids.
teach our kids
To be kind.
how to be kind. And when they see a little kid, don't tease them. Love them, embrace them, bring them in, you know. That's one of the things that I loved about Big Son, Junebug, rest in peace. Because he was that
so
kid,
overprotective, yeah.
is if he saw a girl, the ugly one, at the dances,
He'll go down.
Not the ugly one.
I mean, well, sorry, she's not ugly.
I used to go there. Go pick that girl.
The wallflowers. Sorry, guys.
And he made friends with
The
everybody.
wallflowers, the ones that, like, not a lot of people were nice to. The girls that, you know, shy or kind
Hey,
of.
man, Victoria, I'll be like, oh, that's
Yeah.
Vicky, get
Juba
over
will
there.
go over there and pick them to dance.
Yeah, that was me, guys. I was the ugly one.
You were not.
I got bullied in youth and in elementary too because I was so skinny. And you think my eyes are big now? They were bigger then. So
Your eyes are beautiful.
No.
kids would
Were
call
they
me like her.
Samoan kids were bullying you?
Yeah, all kinds of kids.
Tell me who they are, and I'm
that's
going
why
over there and I'll
that's
feed
why
them.
I started to know how to fight because then
You were in the
I
Carson.
was whooping everybody's ass.
No, guys, I'm telling you, it's sad. I've seen even our own Polynesian kids, like some babies, like younger generation, killing themselves because of. That's a lot of things that they have to face. Like they don't want to go to school. When baby girl don't want to go to school, we be freaking. Why don't you want to go to school, huh?
Yeah.
Somebody making fun of you. Somebody, no, mom, huh? Tell me right now. I'm gonna go to your school. And it's because we know the signs, you know. Talk with your children often.
Yeah.
They might be victims of bullying. And talk with your children often and teach them because they might be the bully.
Yeah.
Okay? So as parents, we have to be so mindful of our children and the next generation to come. Okay? These are our kids that are going to be running the country one day. They're the ones that are future generations that are, we got to teach them and we got to start now. And it starts in our home. And we can't say, hey, you go need therapy and we don't go get it ourselves. Okay? If we find ourselves, and like you said, the signs, Gina.
Yeah.
Sometimes you told me, man, go down to bell, down.
Yeah.
So she'll call me and say, hey, I was just sitting over here. I started crying. Well, you didn't just start crying for free, Gina.
Yeah.
So these are like little things, like maybe you're a little bit sad, depressed, you know, maybe a thought of dad came through. I think it was that day.
Yeah.
And so you started crying. You know, these are things we get to go talk about our emotions and our feelings, guys. That's part of our mental health therapy. That's being proactive in our mental health, and we'll go talk about it. And if you can't talk to a therapist, then you can talk to me.
I know. Yeah, I mean,
And
you
she
know.
calls me every day, guys. But like we said, like my wife said, it's doing things and finding what brings you joy, finding things to help you in your healing, and
in your journey.
And
you
in
know,
your
so you
journey.
be happy.
educating our kids how to act, what to watch for with predators.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Mona Lay said communication is key. Need
100%.
to normalize that. Yeah.
100% communication.
Sila naman tamagyo communicate ya tu pa ko.
Exactly.
You know that's
Yeah,
not
That's what a part of
Let
our
them talk.
Polynesians do is our kids try to come and talk to us or express their feelings, and we think they're like acting out, and we'll go over there to friggin' choke slam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's what scares them, and then they don't want to talk to us about stuff, and then they go do things in the background, and we don't know what's going on. Right?
That's why I tell Neti and Talao that it doesn't matter if there's something that's being done in our home that you don't like, even if it's like, you know how Teki's voice can be very aggressive a lot of times, intimidating. I need you to tell them no. It's a no. I need you guys to voice your opinion because of that very reason. Teki's like, you're going to teach them, and I go, it's okay to cuss. If you're trying to protect yourself, tell them to F off, right? Teki's like,
what kind of teaching is
but
that?
to me, it's like, hey, we done did the whole respect thing. And people come touch our kids and do all kinds of stuff. And now see for a little bit because respect, because it's a grandpa, it's a brother, it's a dad, it's whatever, right? Yeah. So I tell them. And then now I go, because Neti is gangster, like you and nice. But I'm just saying, that girl, it's because, right now I still have to try and, filter that. Hey, only when you're in trouble, okay? Don't be doing this normally. Kapkapin like
Too
that.
late.
But I don't want them to be afraid.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But also
and
don't
don't tell your mom I told
monster.
you guys that.
You also don't want to create a monster.
I know, but I want them to, they voice their opinion. They voice their opinion to me. But like normal Tongan parents, no,
Don't talk back.
let them express themselves. But why? Why do we have to go? It's not because you just do what I tell you if I slap your face. No, you don't tally them like that. Because we have to go, because this is family. And this family member helped us when we came from California, because they were asking, why do you go to all these funerals? Everything toki. Well, because we have a connection with them. That's our family. So I had to explain that to Neti, and she got it. She goes, oh, okay. So if anything ever happens to baby girl or Patchy or anything, we're going to want to go, right? She goes, yeah. Why? Well, because they're my family. Yeah, this is the same reason why we're going for our Toki side, because they don't really know our Toki side. They just hear the name and go, oh, that's their family. So it's important for us to explain it to them, and just not. That's why I tell them, well, open your Teki, and I go, don't tell your mother.
Let's see if Josephine's on here.
She's not. She never comes on. So, but I'm just saying.
Working.
But I hear her sometimes yapping with her friend, and then she's telling the friend, "How long? Didn't I tell you stop cussing?" I go, "I know, but she pissed me off." I go, "But you can find different ways to do it." So that's what I'm dealing with right now. So I'd rather her be able to voice her opinion, talk, say something, to her older siblings if they're being aggressive to her or seem like they're bullying them. I want them to open their mouth. I don't want them to shut their mouth. So we're there. They're talking and they, say it.
And then they don't know how to shut their mouth after that.
But now I'm just teaching them to.
The boundaries?
Yeah.
The filter?
Yeah.
Oh, and
that kind of stuff. But I love them. I mean, I just have to do that. We've tried the whole respect stuff, but people didn't come respect the kids, over here touching them. That ain't right. So I told them, speak your mind. Even if I say something you don't like, and I had to teach Teki, when they talk to you, it's not taunutu. Listen to what they're saying and answer the question.
There you go. That's a good thing.
But it's the cussing stuff. You know
what? She got a
don't ever let your mouth.
She got a trigger's mouth like somebody I know. Anyways.
So that's just my experience.
Yeah. I love that.
Great.
That you're encouraging the kids to
voice their opinions.
Yeah.
So when Baba and them are trying to, like pui and pui vale to them, you get to get up there and go do that yourself.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm so dead,
You
guys.
know.
So Bubba is our brother's son, Aholele.
Yeah.
That's our boy. But he's the only boy of all these girls.
And they are mean to him.
So no, check this out. We were at the house and Bubba goes like this, baby girl, this is my daughter. Baby girl, yeah, Bubba, can you go inside, downstairs, into the hallway, into the closet and get my shoe and bring it up here on your way, get me a drink, and then stop over here. And then I looked at him like I'm about to go in there and choke slam him in the car, right? And baby girl goes, Bubba, you got 2 feet.
See, that's the kind of stuff I'm saying. That they get to.
She's like,
reply back like
Bubba,
that.
you got 2 feet. And then she goes, and then she had to pull the file card. And she's like, and Auntie Queen said, you don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
See?
Yeah.
You're creating monsters out of these
No,
little
but
children.
they need to know these things, I feel like it's important for them to be able to say those things and stuff, Like, the little Neti, she comes home and she's like, I have this person, I don't like him. Why? because she talks about my sisters and stuff like that. Good. Next time that person says anything about your sister, you tell her, shut the hell up. You know? And Decky's just dying. Decky goes to the temple to pray for me.
See?
Because
Thank
he's
you,
dying.
Decky, for
I said,
praying
no.
for her.
But how do the kids, they're going to get bullied. So you get to fight and tell that auntie, you get to shut the hell up. If you don't have nothing nice to say about my sister, keep it to yourself. You know? And if she comes after you, beat her down. You know, I mean, so this is where I have to go to now because the
mental
kids,
health therapy.
yeah, you are going. And then so, you know,
anger management.
they're surrounded by such hateful people.
Yeah.
And they hear it.
Yeah.
And they feel it.
Yeah.
So now I got to create these little kids that fight for themselves. You take care of Tiana, Isa, and Bubba. Hey, this is your circle right here. If they got something to say, you tell them off. I don't care who the hell it is. Except for your mom, okay? Do not.
Yeah,
Don't
because
do that.
kids
Not
know
just
they
feel
gotta
it.
create that thick skin for
Yeah.
these kids
For them.
because
Like
nowadays these kids
Mama
are
feel
so
love
soft.
to have them. Yeah.
They cry out for every little thing. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell are you crying for?
Yeah, exactly.
Make me
No,
wanna
not
slap
unless you're
somebody.
allowed. They manners, you know. Then you have Patchy and
Grandson.
baby girl. They're just like, yeah. So why would you say that? Like, what does that mean? Yeah, that kind of stuff. I have to. It's a good thing for me. I feel like it's working for us because I don't want them to be surrounded by, because they're going to be surrounded by this hate and all these hateful people, like making little remarks, you know.
Yeah.
And then to them, they're like, gosh, they never say nothing about you guys. Why is it always you guys got something to say about them? And so they ask me, because I give a damn about them. I don't really care. What they say don't matter to me, and it should not matter to you. The only person that should matter what they say is your mother. You hear me? But you protect her, and anybody that says anything, you tell them shut the hell up.
Yeah.
You get to fight for your family.
And she did.
And she did. And Joe's like, oh, yeah, that's not mine. That's not mine. Come here, didn't I tell you not to do that in front of your mother? She goes, no, Mom, because this and that. They were talking about my sister. This is little Nick and hello. I love it. I tell them stick to each other. You know, somebody got something to say, you fight. I don't give a damn if it's your aunt. You know,
That came from our helicopter, Mom, guys. Sorry.
now, even if because what the aunt is doing, you know, the aunt is supposed to be showing a good example. No, she's showing them hate that they can feel. These poor little
Hold the
innocent-
hell on. What aunt?
And then, you know, and then they hear little things and little remarks, and they come and they tell me. Now, I can be and I am one. I really am. And it's not part of my mental health. It's just part of me. That's my character. I can make it ugly, but I can't. Because what am I teaching them? Okay? What am I teaching them? No, we're not going to go on with this. This is a waste of time, waste of space. I ain't giving these people no kind of my time or my energy or my emotions for me to react to them. Because number one, I look at them like, oh, the hell. So before you no to the people, look at yourself first.
She's saying before you go and talk
You
about
know?
everybody else, look
Look
at yourself.
because you're imperfect. They're imperfect, you know, so I tolerate it. But I teach these kids that they don't get to sit there and listen to the put downs of people are putting down your mouth, but if I don't know,
And
hell to the
And
no.
you be quiet and keep your mouth
No,
quiet.
don't say that. Anybody's putting down your siblings and stuff like that, it's okay. God bet you that person right then and there.
Oh, dear
and they will
Jesus.
learn. My namesake is really on it, and she's just like, well, you know, I can't say that. Yes, you can. Just don't tell your mom I told you. You know? So, yeah. And I feel like, see, when they go places like that, they're okay. They come back, oh, yeah, I saw her anyways. I love that about Nettie. You know, Talal really doesn't say much, but it's a little Nettie. She's a little fighter.
Nettie's a thug. I love her.
Because our kids think that they have to worry about what everybody thinks about them.
Yeah.
And I think that comes from our culture too.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
another,
You get to stop it.
you know, thing that, oh, well, that so-and-so's gonna, you know, we're always in comparison with somebody else's children or somebody else's family, and so we have to act a certain way. It's that expectation.
Yeah.
Or things like that, and that's what creates that that trauma in us. Like, if we start having that PTSD or that anxiety, or I have to be a certain way, or I have to do a certain thing.
It's all that pressure.
Like, you don't. You're perfect just the way that you are.
Yeah.
And if somebody doesn't agree, that's them. That's their thought to carry, not yours.
Yeah.
Let them carry that.
That's a projection of their own ugliness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like when baby girl came home from school, said that her friend, she says, how's your day, baby girl? oh, it was okay. And baby girl's not gonna hide her feelings.
She doesn't.
And I'm like, what's going on, my love? She's like, well, my friend Leslie said that I was ugly. See, I told her don't tell you because you're gonna go over there and act a fool. Anyway, so I said, honey,
I'm coming to her next activity.
see, I said, honey, so that hurt your feelings? She's like, yeah, it did. And I said, do you feel ugly? She goes, I don't think so. I said, because you're not, because you're beautiful.
Yeah.
And I want you to know that what people say to you is irrelevant. Yeah. You know, you don't get to carry that. That's just a projection of how she feels about herself. And, and then she said,
and that girl is really ugly. I'm sorry.
No, and then we went to school the next day.
And you saw Leslie?
I saw Leslie. I said, open the door, let me go there with the hell out of her. No, I said, baby girl, is that Leslie? I said, oh, hell no. Next time Leslie tells you that, tell her, shut the hell up and look in the mirror.
No, I said, next time Leslie tells you that, tell Leslie to bring her mom to the house so I can slap both of them.
No,
that's
you
not
told her
what
to
she
check
said.
her.
Yeah, I did. I said, punch her right in the dead in the nose. Okay?
Go, Nettie. She's like, yo, mama. I go, Nettie, who are you talking to? Because, you know, she's on her iPad. Oh, my friend Chloe. I said, no, you didn't. She goes, no, she said I'm ugly.
That's what I
And
told
said,
baby girl to
I
say.
am beautiful. Say one more thing to me. Say one more thing to me. And then, but I have to teach. Nettie has to have thick skin. Because number one, she's, you know, smaller and stuff. But she notices things and she's like, you know, she feels hatred.
Mm-hmm.
And
she
these
hates
kids are, I don't like it. So that's why you always find them just running around with our kids. You know, it's like, wow. Well, next time that cousin says that, I'm going to beat her up. And
Guys, we don't condone violence on here, guys, but we're just talking about.
But our kids, they see that and they
yes.
feel it. And our kids always react because I tell them, I don't care if me or Becky are saying something that's you guys don't get or you guys don't agree with, say something. And then the first thing is like, just listen, okay, Becky, when I tell you something. I said, hey, let them explain themselves. And now Becky's getting it.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff. And I go, now do you see?
No, what about Nettie when Becky was trying to say, Nettie, why are you saying to me? And she's like, shh.
Yeah.
She said, shh, just listen, Becky. Listen to me, Becky, listen.
See?
So, yeah, I think it's very, very important for us to talk to our children about, you know, how to communicate.
Yeah.
How to, one, protect yourself, right? You don't have to go and cuss everybody out, but sometimes our kids are so innocent and they're so naive that they don't realize what people are saying, the jabs, the snide remarks and things like that. And then it's almost like comes as a surprise to them, right? And then they wonder why our children later on become savages. It's because of all of this type of, you know, bullying and passive aggressive behavior. That's why we say
Victoria's that same way.
Well,
she said,
Victoria is no child.
You know, she was raised by mom, but she notices things like that and she brings it up. Even with me, you know, she's like, you don't get to tell that story. That ain't your story. I'm like, you get to shut up because I'm the mother and you're the daughter. You know? And she's like, anyways, mom, stop telling people stories and stop, you know. But when she sees something that's not right, like when she goes to mom's family and she feels a certain way, she'll come back and she'll talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next time around, you know,
she's definitely
she's like
raised by our mother.
Yeah.
Because she's what we call she's very alert. She's very aware.
Yeah.
And so even though she's Apakasi, she understands tongue. So don't be talking shit around her. She will rip you into shreds.
Yeah. She sure will.
But
she is very fair and she's very loving.
Yeah.
Very loving.
Like even when I do something wrong, she's like, Mom, you're wrong. But you're wrong, Mom. That's still wrong.
Yes. But she will not hesitate to correct you either. That's the coffee in her that sorry about it, guys, we raised her that way. And it's because she's Apakasi. And so I wanted to raise her in a way just like she's doing Nettie right now, because when she was little, people used to tease her and tell her she's not Tongan. So she came to me crying, and she was just in freaking nursery or primary or something here in California. I said, Auntie Elaine, that boy in there said, I'm not Tongan. I said, what the hell did he say to you, honey? Show me that kid. I'm going to hollow his hair out. And I said, you are so Tongan, baby. Don't let anybody tell you any different.
Yeah,
so I had to teach her how to have thick skin, us, but we do have to teach boundaries and and how to filter that, how to deal with those and communicate properly and appropriately in situations. But to also be very aware, dog, you gotta keep your eyes open at all time and your earballs too, so that you know when people start acting you and you don't even know when people are doing like making snide remarks and you're just sitting there
that's exactly like the big tellers and the lesons, like all my nieces and nephews, they don't even look Samoan, they look half white, they look white.
Yeah.
And so the oldest of my nieces and nephews, that girl Samoan to the bone. Don't even get it twisted.
What's her name?
Courtney.
Yeah, she's so beautiful.
Courtney Correa. She is more Tongan than, Samoan, and she's Tongan too. But she'll tell it like it is. But you know what?
And she's Nima Poto too. I see her doing that stuff too.
She's very protective.
I love her.
Of her family, of everything. So don't say nothing.
She's 7 of her siblings.
Don't say nothing to her. But that's just how it is. Vicky's the oldest of the grandkids. Courtney's the oldest of the grandkids. So and you're the oldest of us. You guys have to have this these claws that have to come out too, because you're so very protective, and I get that part. Yeah. You know, so my people, one of the things that we have to continue to do is to communicate. Like Sis Monalei said, communication is key, guys. Yeah. We got to talk about it. We got to teach our children. We got to educate them. We got to stop shaming one another. We've got to support each other. We got to stop swinging.
Hey!
Don't swing it because there's not a big enough swing.
What's that most swinging?
For us Polynesians, okay?
Because Tarzan ain't gonna catch you.
Ain't.
And we've got to, if we feel we are unsatisfied in our relationships, we have to figure out how to remedy that or to find a solution to that. And if you can't find it, cut your losses and walk away. Don't continue to sit in that hurt. Don't continue to sit in that pain. And then you guys just start hurting each other, okay? Yeah. Don't be a Don Ho, okay? Right. But also, if somebody else is a Don Ho, don't be a crotch police.
Hey, you just let them do with their crotch what they want to do with their crotch.
Okay? Don't be a crotch police, okay? Because ain't nobody policing your crotch. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah. You're only responsible for your own crotch. That's what I say.
Yes.
Okay? So, even though we talk about so many things tonight, but there are so many important things, right? Yeah. Again, we've talked about sexual abuse. It's going to be at the forefront of a lot of conversations because we got to keep it going. We got to keep talking about it, okay? And people will say, hi, that's probably the one that got it.
No, the one that's hoeing is the one that probably got some issues.
The one that...
You don't like it, keep us scrolling.
The one that's hoeing is probably the one that's been doing the touching.
The hoeing. Okay, Leia and Tina needs to go to sleep because they need to go to church tomorrow.
Amen.
You know what?
Hey, they're still cooking over there.
I go to church every day. I go to church every day.
Yeah.
I just want you to know.
I go by the church.
But you need to go to church.
We all need to go to church.
When I go to church,
my church is right here.
Yes.
My church is right here.
Right here in our Jesus heart.
All day, every day.
In our Jesus heart. You don't got to go to church to have a good relationship with God. Okay, guys? And if you do go to church, act Christ-like. Don't go to church and then
act a fool.
Talk about Mele on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or go with Mele's husband.
Oh, not to go with Mele's husband. So we're just keeping it 100 here, guys.
Yes. But we're going to keep it 100. And we thanks to Mele, Tulua, Vaenuku,
talking out of my
Mailichi for being our guest tonight. And if you're in Ontario, come and see us. Tina and Leia After Dark, along with one of the 4 real ladies. We in the house in Killa Cali. And but thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We appreciate all of the viewers and the comments and the likes and the shares. And we appreciate each and every one of you guys for supporting us. And we love you. I love my wife. I love my sister-in-law. And
we're only
If
one.
you have any suggestions on any topics or something you want to talk about or visit or anything like that, please drop us a line. You can message us on Facebook or you can email us at tinalay.ad for afterdark@gmail.com. We can be anonymous. We can drop names if you want to. But we are here. We are here to serve you. If there's some topics you want to talk about, let us know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or if you want to be on the show,
Let
we'd
us
love
know.
to have you. Okay? Other than that, we love you.
Love
we'll
you.
see you on Taco Tuesday.
No. We won't see you on Taco Tuesday.
No, fine.
We will be
Getting
heading
ready to
back
go to
home
Hawaii.
to go to the next funeral. But
Grandma
next
Opa.
we'll probably
Honey, why won't we have Taco Tuesday? We don't leave till Wednesday till what?
Yeah, but
We'll
we
be
got a
on
lot
the
of
road.
stuff to pack.
we'll be on the road.
No,
Coming
we're
back
leaving.
here.
No, Tuesday. It's not till Tuesday night.
Okay. We'll see you on Tuesday for Taco Tuesday.
I already gave everybody a homework to do on Taco Tuesday.
Okay.
Don't forget your homework, guys.
Don't
If you
forget
want a
your
gift card for what? Christmas? Check out our last Taco Tuesday episode. Get your homework done. We'll see you. We're talking about credit repair, how to
Discharge
that shiz, and knowing your rights as a consumer. Okay, guys, we'll see you on Taco Tuesday.
So max out your
9 o'clock.
credit cards now, and then they're going to show us how to delete.
Don't listen to her, guys. Taco Tuesday, 9 o'clock, Mountain Standard Time, or we'll see you next Saturday.
See you next Saturday, y'all.
We'll be in Hawaii, and
We'll be in Hawaii.
We will be casting from there. We
Yes.
love you.
Casting,
See
we're going to
you
be
next
cooking.
Boom, boom,
You got a
boom.
lot to say. What the hell? OMG.
Shut the hell up.